What's up, guys? I'm doing a video response to Cali knives and stuff, CKC, whatever you call him. I really hope you can see me. I had a really hard time setting up the camera to have an angle where you could see what I was doing and me at the same time, because that was one of his requirements. So I hope I can remember all the rules. I think I'm supposed to show the knife in its current state, which, let me make sure it'll even cut. Yeah, it's sharp. I hope you can see that. Cali, I hope you can see that. So the knife is sharp right now. Here's what I'm going to be using. I'm going to dull the knife with this. This is a Spyderco profile rod. I'm going to be using a DMT coarse, a DMT extra fine, a 6,000 grit Japanese waterstone, and a strop. So I think the next step is to dull the knife. So I'm going to make a few passes. Damn, it's eating up the rod. Make a few passes on this rod right here. It's been a long day, I'm sorry if I'm talking weird. And I'm in front of my fiance. I've never done a video in front of her, so it's kind of weird for me. Should be pretty damn dull. Yeah. I don't think I've ever actually had a knife this dull before. Wow. Holy shit, let me do it a little bit more. I want to make sure it's super dull. Yeah, that's dull. I mean, I can even run it on my skin. I don't know if you can see that, but it would not cut me at all. Yeah, and I'm pressing pretty hard. So I think you can actually see light gleaming off the edge. So that's super dull. I think we're ready to go. I've never actually sharpened while I was sitting down, so I hope I can do it. I guess this will be the acid test. So what we're going to do is start out with the DMT coarse stone. And I have a paper towel somewhere around here. I'm going to color on the edge with a magic marker so I know if I'm hitting my bevel or not. And here we go. Get to it. Shit. Getting water all over myself. What I'm doing right now is just trying to reset the bevel and pretty much grind into some fresh metal so that I can bring that edge back to life. And it shouldn't take me very long. It's very, very awkward sharpening in this position, I must say. And there we go. Check, yeah, we formed a burr, so I hope you can see that, but all the magic markers going on that side. Switch to the next side, same thing, form a burr. And I'm matching it perfectly. So it shouldn't take too long to form a burr with this DMT coarse stone. It's a pretty fast stone. And that's it. Magic markers completely off the bevel, and yes, we do have a burr. So right now, technically, I could stop right here and I could strop the edge and it would cut just fine. It's actually very sharp, so I'll demonstrate that the knife is already back to at least paper cutting sharp, but I never stop there, so I won't for this video. I'm going to move that stone out of the way and bring in the DMT extra fine. I'm going to give it a little water. I'm going to get wet all over again. So what I'm doing with this stone is pretty much just refining the scratch pattern. The DMT coarse leaves it with really coarse scratches, just like the name implies. So you can get a much better edge with a step up in grit. And I can see that I'm already pretty much done on that side. That's one thing I really love about these DMT stones is it takes pretty much no time whatsoever to do what you want to accomplish, and it leaves such a very pretty bevel. Such a very pretty bevel. That doesn't even make sense, does it? But I have gotten good at this over the past couple weeks. I've been practicing. I did just start freehand sharpening, so it's not something that's unattainable like I used to think. I used to think you were either born with this talent or you weren't, and that's just not true. And I want to show you the bevel as it looks now. I hope the light is glinting off that, but the edge you get with those extra fine stones is really actually pretty beautiful. It should be very sharp right now, and I'll go ahead and test it again just for our purposes, and it is very sharp. But let's say we don't want to stop there. We want it even sharper, which I always do. So what I'll do is grab my Japanese waterstone, and I really should have soaked this, but I can't leave the camera's view per Kylie's instructions, so I'm kind of just having to soak it on the fly, and that's really not good to do on this nice wooden dining room table. She's gonna hate me for this. So I'm doing the same thing. Refining the scratch pattern on the bevel that we've already established with a coarse stone. And as you can hear, this stone makes almost no noise compared to the DMTs. It's as Wacko says, he'll say it's very comfortable, and it is. It's kind of hard to explain, but the feeling, it's just very comfortable. I know that's a weird thing to say, but it's pretty much the only way to describe it. Should be done fairly soon. I did a touch-up video recently where I said that if you have your angle right, then there's pretty much no noise or friction in the stone with these really fine Japanese stones, and that's really the case. These stones are really good to learn on just for that reason. They don't cut very fast, so you don't make mistakes very fast. So you can really practice and not be fearful that you're going to mess up your edge. And I should be done for our purposes. I find myself when I'm sharpening, I do my mouth a certain way. I don't know why I do it. I do it unconsciously, but it happens. I couldn't stop it if I tried because I don't know I'm doing it. This won't be a mirror polish because I didn't do a step in between that I do when I want a mirror polish, but I don't need a mirror polish for our purposes. And that's really sharp. before the stropping, it's extremely sharp. So, and that's even before stropping, and after stropping is when you really get the good results. I hope all of this has stayed in frame and the battery doesn't die on me. I really don't do many many passes on a strop. It doesn't take that much, honestly. Anything past 20 or 30 strokes just seems unnecessary to me. Your mileage may vary, but I don't see a need to do all that many. Alright, and what we're left with is that. A very clean bevel. It may not be mirror polish, but that's not what we're going for. It is, however, extremely sharp, and I'll demonstrate that from heel to tip. Very sharp edge. Just for kicks, I grabbed some phone book paper, and it will easily slice phone book paper. So that's a little bit harder to do than printer paper in my mind, because it is really flimsy, and if I don't catch it on the choil, it just goes right through it. Anyway, he also wanted to see me cut cardboard, so I dropped by and got some cardboard. And this is really thick stuff. I don't know if you can see it, but it's like double the thickness of normal cardboard. I'll just go ahead and cut a piece off and show you that it slices cardboard extremely easily. Stuff's soggy. Well, it's really soft, but trust me, it cuts, and it'll still, should still, and it does. It's hard, it's a weird angle trying to do this on camera. I hope I got it all. But anyway, there you go, Kylie. Sharp edge. Shit. From dull to sharp. There you go. Thanks, man.